Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Computer Tips and Programming. So in today's video we are going to talk about a very important topic in our Java series, and this topic is very important because every time or most of the time interviewer are going to ask questions from this one because these are the basic questions, and this topic is related to OOPs also. And OOPs has a very great role in our all the programming languages. It's either C++, C, Java, Python, everywhere we used to study about the OOPs concepts. Okay, so let's start about today's topic. And before going to start, I will tell you that in Java series we have talked about the polymorphism, array list, and many important topics like packages. And also, if you have not watched those videos, please go and watch. That will help you in developing an interview also, as well as in exam also. So let's start today's topic. So hello everyone, my name is Avinash Kumar, and today we are going to talk about the inheritance. So before going to start through our PPT and and everything like PPT and all, I will tell you about something about the inheritance. Like inheritance is a part of polymorphism. Okay, so actually these things we are going to read through PPT also and program also. But before this, you need to know about the inheritance. Like inheritance is a part of OOPs concept. And what is OOPs concept? So OOPs concept is a pattern or way of writing your programs. Okay, this is not a programming language. Always remember this. OOPs is not a programming language. This is the pattern or way of writing program which will optimize your code. Okay, so let's start today's topic, and today's topic is inheritance. Okay, so what is Java inheritance? Okay, so Java inheritance is an important pillar of the OOPs, object-oriented programming. It is the mechanism in Java by which okay, one class is allowed to inherit the features or field and method of the another class. Okay, so basically what happening in inheritance, what we are doing, we are getting or we are transferring the property from parents to child class. Okay, let me give you the real life example. Like you are okay, you have the property of mother, father. Okay, maybe you have the property of your grandfather, like your character is matching from them. Okay, so or you can take another examples also, like I will tell you those things. So inheritance basically what doing, it's transferring the property from parents to child class. Like you have some property which is similar to your parents. Okay, so some property of your parents transfer into your body. Okay, so this is a part of inheritance, and this can be taken as a mechanical also way, physical way also, and many way. Okay, so we'll talk these things one by one. Okay, so I don't want to confuse you in these things, but just relate with the real life examples. Like inheritance, we are transferring the property from parent to child class. Okay, now come to here, and here it's saying that in Java, inheritance means creating a new class based on the existing ones. Okay, so creating new class based on the existing ones. Okay, so we are creating another class, another method as per our past or as per our last one. Okay, so in addition you can add new fields and method to your current class as well. Okay, so on the basis of this you can add some new field or class or method in as per requirement or as current class. Okay, as well, like whatever class we have defined in parents class, as per this one you are creating new class and you are transferring the property. Okay, so these are the basic motto inheritance. Okay, new importance of inheritance. So what are the importance? Like code reusability, method overriding, and abstractions. We are discussing about code reusability. What is the meaning of code reusability? Means we can use our code again and again. What he's saying, the code written in the superclass is common to all the common to all the subclass. Child class can be directly use the parents class code. Okay, so it means like we are using. So if we'll go little deep in this, like code reusability, what we are doing, child class is using the property of parents class. Okay, so whatever property we have pass in child class, we don't need to pass in, like whatever property we have passed in parent class, we don't need to pass in child class, because directly we are using the property of the parent class. So you can see there here, like our code length has decreased because we are not going to pass the same property in child also, because we are going to take property from the parents class. So this is the way of the code reusability. Like you have defined one parent class and you can transfer into multiple child class, multiple subclass your property. Method overriding I have discussed in last videos in details. So if you have not watched, please watch the polymorphism topic. But I will tell you something if you are first time on this like video. Like method overriding achieve only through the inheritance. So what it mean method overriding achieved through inheritance? What we are doing, we are transferring property from parents to subclass. In overriding also, like method overloading and method overriding. So method overriding, we are transferring the property from parent to child class, and method overloading, we are creating same method with different property. Okay, so this is method overriding, and method overriding only possible in runtime, not in compile time, and method overloading possible in the compile time. So these are the some differences between method overriding and loading. And method overriding we are using in inheritance. Basically I want to say runtime polymorphism use here. Method overriding is since we are transferring the property from parent to child class. What is abstractions? Abstraction is a very important topic, and every time user used to ask. Sometime they used to ask also, like what is abstraction. So let's understand this one. The concept of abstraction, where we do not have to provide and details in achieving through the inheritance. Abstractions only show the functionality to the users. Okay, so let me give the examples to you. Like in switch, a switch in your room. So this switch is not a solo thing, this is related to something else. Okay, like a switch is passing current. Okay, means passing current, since current is passing in the switch, and that current is coming from some another place. Okay, so switch, like you are user, you are just on off the switch, it will start working, but you don't know the inside mechanism, how the transferring current is transferring in this, how the wires are connected to each other, which type of wires are connected to each other. So abstraction is only doing same thing. Like we are giving the functionality to the user, we are not showing how the inside it's working, how the inside inheritance is working, how inside it means it's transferring the property. Okay, we are just giving the functionality to the user. Like your switch, you know, the if I will switch on, fan will on, switch off, fan will off, but you don't know the inside mechanism, how the mechanism is working. If you are switching on, how the current is transferring to your fan, how the backend it's working, and it's starting giving the blowing the air and all. So this is the abstractions part. Okay, we are giving some functionality to a user, but not giving the how the mechanism behind this functionality. Okay, now understand through the example. Okay, as I told you, like parent to child class. So here vehicle is a parent class, and there will be many type of vehicles. So why we are giving this inheritance in our code? Okay, why we are using inheritance in our code, you will understand here. Like vehicle has two property. Traveling means, actually vehicle has many property, but we are giving two property here, like vehicle, traveling, transport. Okay, so all the vehicles can travel and transport. These are the basic things used for travel and transport. So take here example like automobiles and pooled vehicles. So we are defining two different vehicles, automobiles and pooled vehicles. You can see here automobiles are the motor based. Okay, and pooled vehicles are just we are giving our power, like we are using animal or humans using to just pull it. Okay, so you can see here, in one we are using motor and one we are using without motor, but both have the property to transport and travel. Okay, so without passing means we are not passing transport and travel property in automobiles and pooled vehicles. We are directly passing this both property in vehicle. So you can see here your code length is decreased. Okay, code length is decreased, and you can use the property of the vehicle in both, because both used for transport and travel. Okay, so this is the basic way to understand the inheritance. Like we are using the we can use the code reusability. We can transfer from parent to child class. Like vehicle is your parent class, and travel and transport is a basic property of the vehicle. So we can use both property in automobiles and pooled vehicles without passing this. Only we will pass the method. Okay, how, and understand this one. And automobiles also there are some subclass. Okay, like car, bus. So car, bus also can use for transport and travel, but car has some extra property, bus has some extra property. That's why we have differentiate them in the subclass. Like car is small, bus is big, car has four-way tires, bus has more than four tires also sometimes, and car contain only 4 to 5 people, bus contain more than 10 or 20 people, like this. In pooled vehicle also there are available cart and rickshaw. Some like pooled vehicles, some we are using through animals, some we are using through humans also, and both are used for the transport. Okay, and you can see a car or bus, like automobiles and pooled vehicles have some separate property. Like automobiles will work on oil and electricity, pooled vehicles will not on oil and electricity, they will just pulled by the animal or human beings, like. Okay, so these are the basic examples, and let's come to the what type of inheritance also. Like type of inheritance, there are the 5 type of inheritance we are using. but we will understand this map through our examples also. Like single instance, we are passing from one class to another class. Hierarchical instance, we are passing the property from multiple class to single class. Same like this, multi-level means one by one it will go like hereditary. Okay, like your grandfather to your father to you and you to your son, like this it will go. Hybrid inheritance means one property transfer to two and two property will transfer to single one. Okay, like this way, like one is transferring to the subclass and subclass will transfer to the single one. This is the property multiple inheritance, like one subclass transferring property to another to superclass. Okay, so these are the points for exam purpose only, not for your development purpose, because development we are not going to use these things. We are going to use these things, but we are not going to remember the name and all. Okay, so let's come to the programming concept. Okay, you can see it here, like I have created one class. Okay, the class is animal, and in this we have passed one method, and they have some, I am printing here eating. Okay, and I have created another class. Okay, I am passing here sleeping. So you know one thing, all the animal can eat. Okay, all animal can eat, but and I have passed here, like I can transfer this property to the dog also, to cat also. Here I have created one another class dog and passing here sleeping. Okay, so I am not passing here this property to eating in this one, but I can take this property from the animal. How I will take? See here, I am using here extends keyword and the class name. If I will write extend and that class name, so the property of that class will come to that particular class. Like dog property now contains sleeping and eating both. Okay, so in that way it's transferring the property to the another class. Let's run this one, and what I am doing here, in main class I am creating one object here, that's object based on your dog class. Okay, and in this one I am passing the property. Okay, like sleeping and eating, so that you can see sleep property is coming from the dog, but eat property is coming from the animal, because eat method we have defined here. And now you can see, if I will run this one, you will find that, see here, sleeping and eating came here. Okay, so in this way you can see here how the property is transferring. Let me and make this clear through another one. Okay, so if I will uncomment this one, okay, if I am creating another object, okay, that's a cat. Okay, so you can see here cat doesn't exist here, cat exists in the comment part, so it will not count as a part of programming. Okay, like, so you can see here cat is showing error. Why it's showing error? Because cat object is not existing, because we have not created any class, cat class. Okay, so that's why it shows error. If I will uncomment this one, now it will work fine. Okay, so what I am doing here, in cat class I am taking the property from the dog. If I am taking property from the dog has two property, eating and sleeping. So now cat has three property, walking, sleeping and eating. Okay, so you can see here, if I will uncomment these things, okay, uncomment and remove this one. Okay, and save and run, you can see here, like cat, by using the cat object I can take all the properties, sleeping, eating and walking. Okay, run this one and see it here. So sleeping, eating, walking coming in the cat property. How it's coming? Because I am inheriting the cat, okay, inheriting the dog property into the cat, and dog has already two property, eating and sleeping, so all the property coming in cat. Okay, so now you can see here that output, like sleeping, eating and walking all are coming. So it's very easy topic, and that's all for today. So just keep practicing and it will be very helpful for you as per your exam, as per your interview also. So all the best, take care, bye bye.